Hi, we are Rob and Ali, sharing with you our passion of all things cruise and travel.
Yes, we are back home now from our short seacation, as Princess calls it, on the beautiful Majestic Princess. So the cruise went from Sydney down to Eden and back again. 3-night short cruise seacation. This is our after cruise review, our thoughts on the Majestic Princess and the cruise as a whole.
Yes. Yes, just a short cruise. Well, let's just say about the decor, should we?
No, let's start off with the boarding. Look, I have to mention this. Princess have done away with the staggered boarding. Now, a lot of cruise ships do staggered boarding, which means that when you
get time.
Yeah, when you check in, you have a time slot, so like a band, like a half-hour band, to turn up at the terminal to check in. Princess has done away with that. So boarding on this was any time between, I think, 1 and 3. Well, of course, what happened was everybody turned up at 1 o'clock. We got 3,500 people turning up at 1 o'clock.
Actually, I think some of them turned up about 11.
Well, I
think the queues actually started about 11.
Well, we turned up a little bit early, but not to queue. We turned up because we were able to check our bags in from about 9 o'clock, which was ideal. That was absolutely superb. We checked the bags in. We had a walk around the markets. It was fantastic. Yeah, no problems.
We still had our hand luggage though, didn't we?
We did carry our hand luggage around. Yeah, you can't check. Well, you can't get on the ship at that time. So, yeah, and to cap it all, it was raining. So we've got 3,500 people, probably not all of them, but a vast majority of them at 1 o'clock queuing outside the terminal, alongside the ship, up the road in the rain. It was not the best experience. Princess. If you do, I don't know whether it does.
One of those queues from the movies of like the Depression, where you just see these queues going on for miles. It really did go all the way up the street.
I don't know whether it's like that all the time, but if it's like that all the time, Princess, have a little bit of a rethink, and maybe you want to reintroduce those staggered boarding times. Anyway, that's what I was saying about that. I was a bit of a peeve because it was a long queue in the rain.
Yeah, it just kind of takes that glamour away from boarding, going on a cruise ship. Okay, now we can...
Very nice when we got on though.
Well, the decor. This is a beautiful ship. I know we probably say that about all the ships. Probably say all the ships are absolutely beautiful. This is a beautiful ship. And it is in... it's pristine, I guess that's the right word. Looks sort of more high-end. There's nothing that has any sort of scuff marks or...
Oh, it's well kept.
It's really well
It's
cared
a newer
for.
ship than some of the other ones we've been... I'm going to interrupt you here. So what I'm going to say is, as soon as we got on board, the staff, all through the whole cruise, to be honest with you, but the staff, as soon as we got on board, were friendly, were greeters. Any crankiness we might have felt by queuing and doing all these snaky things to get on went away very, very quickly.
It did.
As soon as we got on board, the staff were really friendly, really chatty, any frustrations and
you're
stress.
hot and sticky and bored and
all gone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Made you feel very, very welcome. And
I'll try not to skip around. Go on, off you go. Carry on with the day. It was beautiful.
It's beautiful, and we were trying to sort of put a name to the style. So we'd say it was very traditional. So it's very traditional looking in that grand style of cruise ships. So some of the bars have that very heavy oak look about them, but it's beautifully done, and the restaurants I just can't keep saying beautiful, can I? I'll have to think of another word. Stylish. Clean, crisp in the dining rooms. Just everything had a lovely feel to it. And we sort of likened it to like a Cunard. So that higher end
It was certainly... We've cruised a lot on P&O and Carnival lately. And it's a very different ship. It's a very different ship to a lot of the other Australian ships. It wasn't... I believe it wasn't made for the Australian market. I think it was made for Chinese or Japanese?
Japanese, I think.
Anyway, and that shows there are a few things around the ship that show that are very different than the things that you'll find on an Australian ship. For example, there's no dedicated nightclub on the... They actually utilise the pool area. There is a dedicated karaoke bar, which we've not seen. We've not come across that before on the ship. What else there was there? Oh, there's the big conservatory area which has all the mahjong tables and the and the instruments.
You'll see that when you see our other videos. Beautiful, serene sort of area. But that's all inside.
Yeah,
actually, they don't like.
A lot of the areas were very peaceful areas and things, wasn't it? And that's why I think we're likening it a little bit towards that sort of Cunard type. I'm not saying it is a Cunard, but it's those peaceful areas which were a lot more than you find on your P&O and your carnival ships out of Australia.
Yes. So, yes. I guess that's one of the big takeaways from this ship is, although there's a lot of activities and a lot to do, it's very much more of a laid back, slower kind of cruise experience where you enjoy your food, you enjoy these beautiful kind of serene areas. There was the cabanas that they were inside that had.
Oh, those cabanas are absolutely fabulous. In fact, it was so peaceful and serene. We didn't even get off at Eden. We decided to stay on the ship because it was a very peaceful, really, really relaxing cruise, wasn't it? But the cabanas around there are some in the Hollywood pool area that can get a little bit noisy just for the fact that it's closed in if there's a lot of people in there, but the ones in the conservatory area are beautiful. They've got sofas, they've got TVs in there, you can look out to see, watch the sunset. You can go call drinks up on your app, they'll bring you drinks to you. That's beautiful.
But that's all inside. They did have areas like that outside as well, around the pool, but not as beautiful as that, not curtained off. So I think and the food.
I was just going to say, let's hop onto the food now. Otherwise, we'll be here all day. But
there was food aplenty, and so many different styles were catered for. And in the marketplace buffet, now I like that because it's not done like the old-fashioned sort of canteen buffets, where it just goes from one end to the other, and it's almost as though you go down the canteen.
That's just separated. There are two separate areas in the World Fresh Marketplace, and one was for the lighter type meals, and one was for the more heavier type meals.
Actually, had different decor.
Yes.
Different. So the marketplace is almost like in two different sections, although it does flow into one, if that makes sense. And one side has a heavier, darker side, and the other side is more modern and brighter. It just means you have a different experience having the same food.
In case you're wondering what this marketplace is, it's actually World Fresh Marketplace, but it is the new name for Horizon Court. I think Princess used to call their buffet areas Horizon Court. So if you're not familiar with that terminology, I think they've now, it's certainly on this ship, but I'm not sure about some of the other ships, they've changed the Horizon Court to be called the World Fresh Marketplace. So that's what we're referring to when we say marketplace, it's the buffet area.
Plenty of seating, and it had a much more relaxing feel to it than the clangy sort of buffet feel sometimes you get. It was a little bit more, it just felt more refined. It was carpeted as well, and lots of soft furnishings, and I know I go on about this, but when you've got big areas like this with a lot of people and a lot of catering noises going on and plates and things, I don't find it relaxing when I eat. So the more muffled it becomes, the happier I am. So that was lovely that all that was quietened down. So it had a much softer feel to it, and you could get your drinks brought to your table. Now, that was lovely as well.
It is, and a lot of them do, but I was going to, on the subject of drinks, I was going to say, they have their own barista. So you don't need to go and get it from the cafe or some other areas. You can actually get your coffee. You go to the barista in the I think it's in the bakery area.
Yes, actually, it's in the bakery.
It's in the bakery area.
Never any queues in there because people forget that it's there. You have to. It's paid for coffee, but it is the proper barista coffee.
Yeah, and in a mug as well, so you're not carrying it around or drinking out of a paper. I don't like drinking out of the plastic cups or the paper cups with the plastic tops on. I don't like it at all. Anyway, I'd much rather sit down and have a cup. But at breakfast time, to be able to get your coffee freshly made in a mug with your breakfast, yes,
sets you up for the day. So food wise, beautiful. Restaurants, beautiful. My only caveat on that would be if you have any sort of food allergies or food preferences. Is that the right word? I don't know. I don't know what the buzzword is these days, but if you're lactose intolerant, vegan, glucose or sugar-free, those kind of dietary requirements, they're sadly lacking. They're so behind in modern food. Actually, the food all had very, very traditional side to it. So prawn cocktails. I'm trying to think of the sort of, Black Forest gatos.
Yeah.
It's kind of 20, 30
Steaks,
years out of date.
meats,
Beautifully
beef
done.
ribs, yeah.
Everything's beautifully done, but it's sort of 30 years, gosh, it must be even more now, 30, 40 years out of date. But that shows actually on the, so those sort of, the more modern dietary things.
Your biggest problem was getting dairy-free, wasn't it?
Dairy-free was...
So the dairy-free dessert's non-existent, and they did, on a couple of occasions, say they would make something, but it never really transpired, did it? So, yeah.
I was like a child in the chocolate factory, Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. Imagine being let loose in there and told that you couldn't touch anything.
I think that's what happened in Willy Wonka, isn't it? They were told they couldn't touch anything.
No, they were told they could eat everything. So they were eating the grass and they were eating the flowers and they were just allowed to eat everything. So that's what it was like for me. The desserts and the everything, the pastries, the cakes and everything. I was just like, whoa. And there wasn't any choice for me at all. There was nothing. And I bet half of them didn't have dairy in them anyway. But
yeah, you could be.
And I stood for an hour at the reception. Charming, beautiful guy. Rang up everybody, made notes, emailed everybody to said, I've told the whole ship who deals with food that from this cabin number, you need dairy free. And I said, I'm not allergic to it. I just don't want it. And because I thought they're gonna separate us off like a peanut allergy. I'm just gonna explode if I come anywhere near dairy. Made this huge fuss about it, and everywhere I went, I said, chef knows we're here tonight, and can I have? And it was the desserts. That was the thing. Can I have my dairy-free dessert? So, not to be negative, I'm just forewarning you that they are very behind in that.
The food was actually, though,
it's exceptional.
It was top quality. It was absolutely top quality. It was just those little nuances, the specialist sort of like things that you wanted. Anyway, that's
Yeah.
Food was good. Okay, let's talk about the entertainment. Entertainment. That was interesting, actually.
I don't need entertainment.
We were really looking forward to this show. It was billed as sort of like really high-tech techno and one thing.
Drones.
Drones. I didn't understand that. I didn't know where the drones came in. I didn't see any drones there.
But it promised to have all this
It was
technology.
great. It was a great show. I think it was probably very technical for Princess.
We're saying it's a bit outdated. It's not outdated as in not enjoyable. It just has that different vibe.
It was a great show.
It.
Loved the show, but
Yeah.
they hyped it up to be this real sort of like techno show, and it compared to certainly compared to, let's say, Royal Caribbean with all the robot arms and everything else, and even some of the P&O ships with some of the things they do on there as well. It was a great show.
We enjoyed the show, but the hype didn't live up to it. Didn't in the end make us kind of go, that was a load of rubbish.
We enjoy all live entertainment.
Yeah.
We enjoy all live entertainment.
Yeah.
Actually, talking of the live entertainment, there wasn't the sort of the entertainment. There was a little bit more subdued, wasn't it? There was so we got the comedian. No, it was Ron Cruz. Sorry, but we got we had the pianist, we had the jazz band. It was that style of live entertainment, wasn't it? Rather
so
than
it's very, very good quality entertainment. So is it the pianist? She was amazing. That was in one of the bars. Tatiana.
I'll get it right one of these days.
Absolutely.
Although I'll probably never know whether I've got it right now or not. But
She just seemed to have it. She just had that beautiful nature about her and just played. You can just see somebody who's really professional and just every movement they make and the sounds that they're making, we just sat there and just kind of had a little drink and listened and soaked that up. So that's beautiful.
Have a comedian, Jeff Green.
That's right, they did have
Yes,
Jeff Green.
I thought I wasn't going
that's
mad.
what I nodded, and then I thought, what? Yes. And I love Jeff Green.
He was
he's
fantastic.
from my neck of the
Again,
woods.
he did 2 shows, very different shows. I interrupted you here, I know, but he did 2 shows, very different shows. Even the adult show. Some of the adult shows we find can be a little bit over the top. Which, not saying that's right or wrong, it's not necessarily our taste, but he wasn't. He was very.
Makes it sound really prudish, doesn't it?
I don't
It's just
think
got to be
so.
funny,
It's
and just sometimes it just isn't. But it's just
some of them just like seem to just have it for the shock value. Whereas, but his show was a lot more adult
he is
related.
so
but
entertaining,
it was fun.
and yeah, he is great. So even the comedian, really top quality. He's been on the TV. He has a wonderful style to him, and the jokes just keep coming, and yes, very entertaining. And
you don't want to get him to notice you though. That's just sit and watch. Don't get him to notice you.
He's quick. He can come off script, and he's very funny. He's kind of rude, but in a really funny way.
Yeah.
So entertainment. Yeah, we were entertained. My one thing was, I do love a dance. I always drag Robert off, but I'm the one that actually loves to have a dance and loves to have a bop. The drawback was the main dancing area, the only sort of dancing area, is in the piazza.
Yeah.
And the piazza is they call it different things on different ships, don't they? But that's just sort of the heart of the ship, where all the big staircases and things come down. That is huge. It's a huge area. It's stunning when you look at it. The staircases, it's got...
I think it's a marble floor. It certainly looks like marble. It's
a marble floor. Absolutely beautiful. However, almost because of that, even with so many people on board this ship, it feels empty. It feels hard to fill. So when people get up to
dance...
It's a
big ship.
But when people get up to dance, even if you have, say, 20 people, it has that feeling of somebody's wedding in a big hall or in a big hotel. I never got up to dance once. I just didn't feel comfortable.
And the nightclub or the converted pool area.
Something else.
Yeah, it's strange because you can't control the acoustics in a big area of the swimming pool and a retractable roof over it. So it was very loud and very echoey and very reverb, and people dancing around the pool and some tables and chairs.
Didn't work.
No, not for us. But that's okay. That's fine. We didn't go on the cruise to go in the nightclub anyway. We went, but we did have a look while we were there. One night when we weren't quite ready for going to bed. And talking of ready for going to bed, never fails. International Cafe. This is apart from the pizza, I think, on the Carnival ships, which you get.
It's our favourite.
International Cafe. Actually, not even that. International Cafe is like, you can get toasted sandwiches, you can get coffee, no matter what time of day or night, if you're feeling like a snack or you're feeling hungry, International Cafe never fails. It's like absolute standout.
It's the place to go.
All right, how are we going now?
So I think probably our takeaway is it's got that beautiful luxury feeling. Even the corridors to get to your room, they're wide.
Very wide, weren't they?
Very wide. Beautiful plush carpet. You have your medallions.
I was just going to say medallion, brilliant.
I'm pointing to my wrist because I don't like all that. I don't like all that lanyard stuff around my neck. It drives me insane, and I think I go to a lot of trouble with my outfits, and then you have this thing dangling around. So I always kind of wrap them around my wrist anyway. But you can get special sort of watch straps.
A whole heap of accessories. There's things you can get.
Yes.
The clip on your belt, clip on your watch, pendant round. A whole heap of. There's an entire area on the ship that is devoted to these accessories that you can buy.
And the app works really, really well. So you need. I'm pointing to this because it's the medallion. It's about that big, and like that. So yes, you can have them on like a necklace or on your wrist. As you walk up to your door, it recognises that it's you that's coming. Gives you a little welcome on the screen. Yep. So when we were saying about tech, where it counts, actually,
absolutely,
their tech was really, really good.
Oh, the tech is good.
Because the door then was open for us.
No. I realised this when I said our video. The door unlocks. The door does not open. When I know, but when I watched our video back, I thought, oh, anybody watching this might think, the door doesn't open. The door unlocks. There is a difference.
Oh, welcome.
Yes.
Your cabin steward is there with his.
That's right.
With a glass of champagne.
Well, we all know they live in the cabin from the bed. So anyway, every time you leave the room, they jump out and tidy your bed up. Anyway.
And they did. We had wonderful. They had the turn down service.
Yeah.
So all those traditional things like the turn down service, they're all there and beautifully maintained, as I say, and the ambience everywhere.
I think overall that voyage lived up to what you would expect from a princess cruise.
Yes.
It is that little bit different than some of the others. It's certainly different than some of the mainstream P&O and Carnival ones that we're used to.
We love the party ships as well. So if you watched our other videos, you'll know that we love a party. We love to get, down in and the quizzes and running from one thing to other in the day. But we also like this style of cruise. It's completely different. It's just kick your shoes off, lay back, and that. Yeah.
No, I was going to say the other thing.
Just soak in the beautiful things. Look at the view when you're in the daytime. Just really take that time to just.
Smell
the roses, as they say.
It was very relaxing. In fact, we flew down to Sydney, and obviously we flew back from Sydney afterwards. And it was only a 3-day, but I would absolutely do it again.
Yes.
That little extra time and that inconvenience rather than sailing from Brisbane where we normally do. But I was just going to say though, Princess Plus package, I think if you buy it as part of your package at the moment, it's $65 a day. If you like a couple of drinks, the Princess Plus is still at the moment the cheapest drinks package on the market. You're paying $100 plus for some of the other ones for $65 a day. You're also getting your Wi-Fi included in there. You're getting a couple of meals on the Plus package. Anyway, you're getting a couple of meals in some of the casual dining. So on this particular ship, it's Alfredo's and Catch, the seafood restaurant. So you can have 2 meals. We were only there for 3 days, so it's like most of our lunch is taken care of. What else do you get? It's premium desserts, not really for us, but you get some fitness classes in there. Anyway, what I'm saying
is that the fitness classes aren't for us, or the premium desserts? Neither.
But what I'm saying is you get all those extra things in there for a price that is a lot less than your P&O and your Carnival and your Royal Caribbeans.
Cocktails were just...
Yeah. So, if you like a couple of drinks, absolutely consider the Plus or the Premier package.
Top end cocktails, all made beautifully.
Right.
There was just one other thing I would say is some people had complained, and I think we experienced it once or twice, where it was very slow to get a drink. So you'd sit down, a waiter would come over, or you did it on your app, and it would take a long time. And if you want to move from one thing to another, you want to go to the theatre, you want to go to somewhere else and see the comedy show, you don't want to be, your time's up before, and you're not obsessed with drinks, but you want your little drink there.
Yeah.
What we found was even in that short time, we could get to know a waiter. So Robert could just go, your name is James or something. Hi, how you doing? My wife would like this, I'd like this. And just that acknowledgement meant that we seemed to get that better service.
Yeah, I'm very shy, I'm very shy. I don't sort of just talk to anybody.
Okay, he had after one night, the waiter was just piling them up for you, wasn't he? He was like, you can take this one to... You go off to bed now? Yeah, you can take this one to bed.
That's true, yeah. You can have 15 drinks. You've only had 9. Here's another 6. Take them with you.
You've still got 6 left.
It was a bit like that, wasn't it?
It was.
Anyway, overall, fantastic cruise. Really enjoyed it. Really loved it. Beautiful ship. I thought we got really good value for money on that. So...
Rooms beautiful, everything it was luxury, lovely. We tried everything, did everything. We had to just take a step back and just do things that are more leisurely paced.
I think that's probably what we needed after a year. We've had a very busy year. Yes. It's probably what we needed. So
and because of that, we then just enjoyed that much softer, relaxed.
Looking forward to some of the other princess ships now. we'll see what's on offer next year. See if there's some Princess cruises next year.
But we did get this little stowaway, didn't we?
We did. Little pirate
Isn't
bear.
he the most gorgeous? He's a pirate bear. He's beautiful.
All right. If you've liked this
Oh,
video,
they don't have any of the dressing up stuff, do they? Did they have theme nights? I can't remember we had any theme nights.
No, we didn't. We didn't on that one. It was
Yeah.
3 smart casual, but it was only a 3-day Seacation, so it's different than the normal cruises. So,
Yes,
yeah.
but they didn't have any of that. So that made it a little bit different. I quite liked it. We didn't have to bother packing any kind of dressy up clothes and
Things,
stuff.
yeah.
So that was nice as well.
So, she always interrupts me right at the end. There we go. She left it. She did it a bit earlier than usual. Anyway, if you've liked this video, please hit like, please hit subscribe, and hit the notification button if you want to see more of our videos. We hope you've enjoyed this series. We've certainly enjoyed making it, and we had a fantastic cruise.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. We will see you in the next video. In the meantime, bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.